And our question for the day is, I'm scared about going back to the office. What do I do? Every single day in my private practice collective and a variety of other Facebook groups, the question is being asked, like, when should I go back to my office? Is it safe to go back? I'm seeing clients, but it's kind of scary. I don't know what to do, right? So we have been dealing with this pandemic now for almost 4 months, right? Like March, April, May, June. We're going into our 5th month. A lot of people have been home since March. I've been home since March. Sort of like when this happened, I made a decision to come home. I've been working from home. I have this fully functional office now. It's kind of cool. But I'm wondering, like, when will I see my office again? And I think a lot of people are, starting to ask that question. And when I talk to clinicians, I've had a couple of people text me or email me or just reach out to me about what I'm doing at my office. And, is it safe to go back? And so normally, as sort of like this cognitive behavioral therapist that I am, I have the mantra of like, feel the fear and do it anyways. But this is not the time for that. This is the time where logic needs to come into place, where healthy decision-making needs to come into place, where using your resources and following CDC guidelines needs to come into place. And so, we have a very diverse group. And we have people that are coming from a variety of different, places. So I'm in South Florida. We are sort of like the new epicenter for COVID. I don't say that lightly. I know I have like a smile on my face. It's just, it's definitely nerve-wracking. But we're in Florida and we're used to like hurricanes and being the butt of everybody's jokes and, dealing with all kinds of shenanigans. So it's just like, it's a Thursday for us, right? So I think it depends on a lot of things. I think it depends on the numbers in your state and your, city, your county. A lot of people are in places where the numbers are really going down or it's really flat. They flatten the curve in their area and they don't necessarily have the numbers that they're having in other places. Other people, like I know in New York and New Jersey, the numbers have gone down, but a lot of therapists there are still worried about going back. In Texas, Florida, and California, the numbers are rising. And maybe some therapists went back during the lull and now they're considering going back and forth. And then one thing that really woke me up that I think I had been in denial about, I'm okay with admitting that I was in denial. I'm like, wow, what if one of the therapists at my office, gets sick and, they've been seeing clients and what is that going to look like? We'll have to shut down the office anyways. And is everybody prepared to shut the office back down? And so there are no right answers. I'm not going to give you the right answer, just like I don't give my clients the right answers. I'm not going to give you the answers, but this is something that you need to turn inward and you need to turn outward. So the inward is what will make you feel safe, what will make you feel comfortable. We as therapists need to take care of ourselves first and foremost. If we have any kind of, underlying medical issues, any kind of, precautions or things that put us in a high risk category, don't go back to the office. Your practice will build, the phones will ring and they are ringing. Make sure that make sure your marketing is in line, make sure that you're reaching out to your referral sources, doing all the things that you need to do to build up your practice if you're worried about your caseload dropping off. The other thing that you can do is look outward, right? Like, is it time for you to go back to your office? Have you called your liability insurance? Have you called your board? Have you gotten guidance from the CDC? If you are going back, what kind of precautions do you have in place? One of the things that I'm the most worried about is supplies. I felt so like I hit the jackpot this week and I found 4 cans of Lysol. Special shout out to my mother-in-law who bought 2 and I bought 2 so I could have 4 for the office. I am like trying to hoard supplies. Not really, because I can't find them anywhere. So anytime I see anything, I'm like, I'll buy it, right? Which is like very few and far between. And so, do you have the supplies to be able to clean the office like you need to clean it? Do you have a cleaning person that will come in maybe once a week that's going to deep clean in a way maybe that you don't normally need that? We usually have somebody come once a month. We might need to have somebody come, more often than that. Do you have the systems in place? Can you have people wait in their car? Not every office is set up like that. Like for us, it's so easy because our cars park right in the front. They walk right through the door. If they wait in their cars, they're literally waiting right there. Not everybody has that set up. Maybe you're in a high-rise building and that's just not going to work for your clients. And so I think you need to really look at your individual situation personally and your individual situation professionally and make a decision from there. So I'm going to take a moment to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you are looking for an electronic health record that will really help you run your practice successfully, I want you to take a look at all of the functions that they offer, including their brand new telehealth, which we're using and we're really excited about. You can do billing, you can send paperwork, you can send reminders, you can do everything you need to do right from TherapyNotes to run your successful practice. They can answer any questions that you have, and that's really what makes them stand apart from other people. So I want you to take a look at TherapyNotes. So thank you to them. So let's go back to talking about your anxiety with going back to the office. Again, don't have the answers for you. I empathize with you. I think we all have those anxieties about what to do, even if we're back in the office. I know a lot of people are back in the office and don't have any, hate or ill will or judgment about that. I think everybody's situation is different. I think about, testing psychologists, right? So the testing psychologist, there's just some things you cannot do, online, and they have to be in person. And there are things that are court ordered or time sensitive, and they've decided maybe to go back to their office, and I get it. So be respectful of other people's decision to go back to the office because they probably have looked inward and looked outward and made a decision that works best for them. So I'm here answering your questions most days of the week on how to build a smart practice. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.